great. Do you want to do it? Yeah. Different energy, monotone as shit. I can't. That's so bad. Yeah, well, I'm from Miami Gardens, so more of like a suburb of Miami. Not that there wasn't anything going on, but like we always went to the city to do something. I don't know. I didn't necessarily identify with like, I guess me going to high school and being around a lot of the same people, right? It was like white, Cuban, and that was the majority of, you know, the student body. I didn't learn to love Miami until I started seeing my community in like high school. I guess I just say, oh, I'm a social curator. And then people are like, oh, what does that mean? And I'm like, you know, I run this page called Third Spaces Miami. We promote a bunch of local events. We also just highlight our community. And then that's it. And then they look at the page and they're like, oh. Insert 30-second elevator pitch here. I feel like I've been curating events since I was in middle school. And it's because my parents and my cousins would take me out. And people would DM me on like Twitter or whatever and be like, oh my God, like, where should I take my girlfriend for Valentine's Day? Like, where should I do this? Like, they were just wanting me to curate their day for like any special occasion. And I was like, you know what? And I would give them a guide. I would literally give them a guide. And no, like that kind of like started my idea of like, oh, okay, like I'm kind of good at this. Like I'm kind of good of creating an experience for people somewhat. And then it wasn't until like high school that I understood that there was a lot of things locally going on. I had a boyfriend in a punk band and he was like, babe, let's go to this punk show, like literally around the corner from Churchill's. And yeah, and I was like, damn, this is cool. There's people in my community doing cool alternative things that I identify with. And then it wasn't until college that, you know, I was going to local events anyway. I was seeing flyers and then I would post them on my stories a lot. And then somebody was like, hey, you should start a newsletter. And I was like, well, I'll just start an Instagram. And then that's kind of where it took off. I think my favorite one, I'm like tied within the man in the street and then the guides that I make that are like places to crash out, places to take the person you like when it's like not official or whatever. I think those are so fun because it's like my own commentary, to be honest. It's like my own commentary of like those situations. But the man in the street is pretty cool. Like I get to talk to strangers I would never talk to. And it's fun to kind of just see their reactions and seeing people just like be them on camera. There's like no other way to say it. I remember for 3 joints we did What's Your Dream Blunt rotation. And I thought that was the funniest thing. Like there was this one guy that's like, I'd pick 3 of my favorite white people and like my mom and my aunt. And I just love that it prompts responses like that. But yeah, man on the street is just us going out, not caring and like putting a mic in people's faces. Why the name Third Spaces? Okay, so for a while, I was really kind of like on a deep rabbit hole for what social spaces mean to us, right? So, oh my God, there's like a conversation about Schroeds that I won't get into, but it's basically like how America develops their cities and stuff. So there's not a lot of walkability, but there's a lot of stores. So you just have to like get into the car with stores. So I got into this like whole deep rabbit hole of like, okay, what are ways that we're constructing cities and towns and stuff that like correspond to a human response, right? And then I got into third spaces, like what third spaces originally is, right? Like cafes, parks, libraries, you know, like we see in Europe, like a lot of people go to their local park, a lot of people go to their local cafe, and that's how you like, you know, develop community. But we don't really have that easily accessible here to where we like, oh, we're all here for one purpose. And like, we have this one thing that's bringing us all together, right? That's not just like, we have to work at the coffee shop or we like the coffee here. We're here for an interest, right? So even if it's music or if it's art, you kind of already have this like foundational thing to talk about with somebody. And I think that's why I call it third spaces. A lot of people are like, but it's not a library, it's not this. But you know, we don't really have like a lot of easily accessible things like that. So I think the fact that we as a Miami community creating these things within our own is like a really powerful thing. Yeah, I definitely think for atmosphere and the type of vibe that it brings, you know, I kind of also look for, again, that interconnectivity of spaces. I think about, shout out to them, but like the Run Club, they often go to like this party. Like I see a lot of them at XYZ parties. So I think like the interconnectivity of venues, type of people that go, communities that go, because they build off of each other a lot. I think that's great. That's definitely what I look for. I think what makes Third Spaces different is that I'm trying to promote like a certain lifestyle. You know, I think I curate the guides basically to be night through day. So something during the day and then, you know, going into the night, you have something. So I think it's cool. I think it allows for more interconnectivity through events. The integrity of your idea will always speak for itself. Consistency is like the best way forward. Like if you just keep going at it, it really does make a difference. I don't think we've missed a single week. I don't think we've missed a single Thursday. Like we have always been on top of our game on like posting things. So definitely the success of consistency is something I've learned. I know a lot of people will not like this answer, but you kind of have to suck it up and do it. Honestly, you kind of just have to suck it up and do it. Like, I sound like Kim K where she's like, nobody knows how to work. Nobody wants to work anymore. But it's true. Like a lot of people, I have no energy. Sometimes I don't have energy, right? Sometimes God knows I'm overstimulated at events that I'm doing man on the street at, you know? And it's not that I don't love it, but those are things that I'm feeling within my body. And yeah, you kind of just have to suck it up if you believe in the dream that much. I don't know. I feel like Third Spaces right now has become easier for people not to become strangers. At least I've seen it happen where people will come and they're like, I've actually met somebody through one of the events that you posted and stuff. Or, oh my God, somebody just DM'd me yesterday where they were like, it's the butterfly effect because if you didn't post me on a what Miami people wore, I would have never met my boyfriend because he would have never DM'd me. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. But so that's what it is now. And I hope in the future it continues to be that around other cities outside of Miami. Dream city, London. London would be so dope. I love London. I think it's like a really cool city and a lot of things alternatively are happening there too, so. A dream collab. NGL, 3 points. My dream collab is 3 points. And like in a really big way. I know I might plant some seeds here or there. But maybe if it's like, you know, that we create a third space in general would be fire. Definitely a cozy building. Just saying. Oh, okay, my like hyperfixation right now is girly pop, electronic music. Like I'm thinking Shy Girl, I'm thinking soft. What is it? Linda Triste, Una Pop Star is like my anthem of the year. We'll play it later. I'll play it later because it's like, oh my God, I want this to be my life. Like, I feel that. It was so, yeah, I love that song. I'm addicted to my phone. Like things I cannot live without my phone. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry, because it's okay. Like if that's your job, that's your job. I think it keeps me like super interconnected as to like what everybody and everything is doing. And it provides like constant source of inspiration and information. A lot of people in there like, I'm addicted to my phone. I am too, honestly, but I can't live without my phone. I can't live without an iced coffee. And I can't live without my dog. He's like the most precious thing to me right now. He's the one like holding it down for me, frankly. He has a lot of responsibility when it comes to me. He's like, oh, I have to sleep with this girl, bro. Like, I don't know, he's so annoying, but I love him. Thanks for watching. I'm Dani from Third Spaces, and this was On the Record with MIFM.